Welcome in, everyone, to Game 2 of the first round of the Western Conference playoffs on EA Sports. From FedEx Forum, just off Beale Street in downtown Memphis. Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Utah Jazz. With Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Jazz as they enter play. They were the surprise winners in Game 1. And as a visiting club, just getting one of those first two games so important. They've got a chance now to get both.
And what a performance in Game 1. You steal the opener on the road, you take a home court advantage right away. Now you've got the opportunity to take real control and take a 2-0 lead back to your place for Game 3.
Here comes the screen. To Conley. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. Right with it. Just underway. Happier with us for Game 2. Jaren Jackson with the dunk. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet. And one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Goes to the left side. Joe Ingles to Conley. The screen sets him up for two.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
To Jaren Jackson. Rudy Gobert with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
To Conley. And the two. Rudy Gobert cashes in.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To Valanciunas. Rudy Gobert. Tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Fires the three. Off the iron. No good. Right with it. Down two. From long range. Count the triple.
Crafty Ed. I love the fact that he was able to have the awareness to get his feet behind the three-point line.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Nothing going here on that drive. To Joe Ingles. Rudy Gobert. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Jaren Jackson. Here comes the screen. To Jackson. It's rebounded by Gobert. Ingles in a matchup with Jackson. To Conley. Good work to step in front. The pass taken away. Josh Jackson. To right. Udo able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Conley. Mitchell can't go down. Smothering defense. Josh Jackson to right. To Valanciunas. Knocked loose. Jazz have it. Conley. Here comes the screen. Mitchell guarded by Josh Jackson. To Conley. Shot from the lane won't go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
4-3. Not that time. He misses. Conley. It's Grizzlies ball. To Jackson. Nothing going here on that drive. Josh Jackson. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Short jumper won't fall. Conley into the front court. They trail by 1. Deep 2 there, won't go. White with it. He'll run the offense. Screen coming. Right to Valanciunas. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
Joe Ingles. To Conley. Has a look. Mike Conley missed his first. That one goes.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Right to Jaren Jackson. Short jumper misses.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Josh Jackson above the rim on that.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. Down 3. Here comes the screen. Down low for Gobert. Oh, emphatic slam.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Oh, ferocious slam inside.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Conley into the front court. They're down 3. To Gobert. Rudy Gobert. He's now 4 for 6.
The true measure of Rudy Gobert comes on the defensive end. He was all-NBA defensive first team and was tied for the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 43%. You ain't getting by that.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. From the painted area, won't go down.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Right with it. It's a one-point game. 13-12. Jaren Jackson to right. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Jazz have the ball. Here comes the screen. Conley to Gobert.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Clarkson. Mike Conley. 2 of 4 now.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Anderson. Missed that one. The defender was all over him. Conley into the front court. Down a point. To Clarkson. Off the mark. Well contested.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Kyle Anderson at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%.
The 2021 NBA Playoffs one-round games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Brew Vein 2021.
And he makes them both. Utah with the possession. Conley to Allen. Fires the 3. And the rebound belongs to Memphis. To Kyle Anderson. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Anderson to Dylan Brooks. Has a chance. Brooks with a shot. No good. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Looking to make something happen. Curling inside. Mike Conley. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
I got ball.
To Kyle Anderson. Almost unlucky bounce. Conley into the front court. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. Screen coming. He scores on the step back. Jay, how did he get free?
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
To Conley. To
Philadelphia 76ers led Series 2-0 over Washington Wizards in the 2021 NBA Playoffs one-round season 8 games.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Rudy Gobert has got 2 shots coming. Not the best career mark, 62%. Misses the first. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Memphis, they've got it. takes stock of the floor. To Kyle Anderson. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
We've reached the end of the first quarter here in game number 2. Jay and I back with more after this. This is the first round of the West playoffs on EA Sports.
New York Knicks led Series 2-0 over Atlanta Hawks in the 2021 NBA playoffs one-round season 8 games.
Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Gets it in the left corner. Baseline drive. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
Conley into the front court. Down 4. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Utah's got it. Nothing going here on that drive. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. Down 6. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Jay Crowder, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 79% at the line. First one goes down. Two for 2 on that trip. To Kyle Anderson. Dylan Brooks. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Utah ball. Clarkson to Allen. For 3, Grayson Allen. You know he loves a challenge.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
To Kyle Anderson. Rebounds taken by Udo. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Can't convert the free throw. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Brooklyn
Allen.
Nets led series 2-0 over Boston Celtics in the 2021 NBA playoffs,
to
one round
Allen.
season, 8 games.
Nothing going here on that drive. Five to shoot for Utah. Grayson Allen. They get it down to Gobert. Throws it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Off the mark on the first free throw. No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. Clarkson with the basketball. Down by 1. Baseline drive, the shot won't fall.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Los Angeles Clippers led series 2-0 over Dallas Mavericks in the 2021 NBA playoffs, one round season, 8 games.
Without hesitation.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock to Joe Ingles. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Clarkson. Trying to cash in. He buries it, creating space with the step back.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down to right. Steps around the defender and puts it in. Nicely done.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
For any fans out there that thought Donovan Mitchell didn't put any stock into the fact that he was not the Rookie of the Year, you are wrong. Donovan Mitchell is that type of guy that uses everything in his power to...
Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Right. Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah. Clarkson. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
Down to Gobert. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. So possession stays with the Jazz. Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
And a putback slam.
Valanciunas giving you that size, giving you that length, a guy that can extend the defense. But you kind of forget that he was the 5th pick taken overall in 2011.
Down low for Gobert. The pass set it all up. To Jackson. Nothing going here on that drive. To Jackson. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go. Mitchell with it up top. Down 3. To Joe Ingles. To Clarkson. And he drains it.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Jaren Jackson. Oh, had him going there for a second. To Wright. From the painted area, won't go down. Clarkson with the basketball. They trail by 1. Joe Ingles. To Gobert. He was hacked. They let it go. Memphis with the rock. To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. Off the iron. It came out. Clarkson with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Gobert. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Substitution being made in this one. To Wright. Josh Jackson. To Wright. Goes to the left side. Jaren Jackson lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Joe Ingles. To Conley. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and that's rebounded by Memphis. Wright. To Valanciunas. Rudy Gobert. Snatching it out of the air.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Jonas Valanciunas. 4 out of 7.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Picked up by Memphis. To Wright. Joe Ingles sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Conley into the front court. Now down 6. Ingles picked up by Josh Jackson. Scores from the post.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Jackson. Count it.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot even.
It's Jazz ball. Conley. Probing the defense. Mitchell. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. Oh, he had him there for a second. Ah, can't miss those. Joe Ingles to Gobert. Jaren Jackson with the dunk.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Mitchell with the basketball. 5-point game. To Conley. Down low for Udo. The jumper's off the mark. Right with it. Final minute, first half. Jaren Jackson to Valanciunas. Right to Valanciunas. short jumper off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Joe Ingles. Shot for Udo, no good.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you in the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Donovan Mitchell. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Right. It was right there. Nice swat that time. Has a chance. You talk about forcing things up. Too much pressure that time. It's good, and it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. We've reached halftime here in Game 2. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Grizzlies will start the second half with a narrow lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Memphis Grizzlies. The Jazz are within striking distance at the half.
And even though they're losing, you don't see a lack of confidence from their shooters. That could be the difference for them in the second half.
These are the guys getting buckets for the Utah Jazz.
Game track. Assists.
The chemistry for each squad has been great today, and that explains the high assist total. Coming out of halftime, I'm interested to see what kind of defensive adjustments are made to limit the easy scoring opportunities.
Player of the half.
Jackson Jr. has been a defensive force in this matchup. If he's not stealing the ball, he's swatting it, and that combination has made for an incredible half.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
To right. Here comes the screen. Right. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Conley. Can't connect from in close. Surveys the floor. Right. Locked in. That approach, that's what you want to see. Nice save. Conley picked up by Josh Jackson. Mike Conley, 4 out of 10.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Conley to Gobert. It's a big finish.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Jazz have the ball. Missed a wide open look. Right with it. Up 6. Trying to cash in. Missed that one. You want to see more, knowing the defender was still right there.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Here comes the screen. Mitchell, defended by Jackson. Down to 5 on the 24. Has a look. Deep. Slams it home on the putback.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
To Valanciunas. Able to convert inside.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Conley into the front court. The deficit is 6. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Right to Jackson. Rudy Gobert sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Valanciunas. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Valanciunas. It's rebounded by Mitchell. Across the timeline, it's Conley. His guys trail now by 4. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Jaren Jackson. Nice pass to set things up.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Utah with the possession to Joe Ingles. And he throws it down. Rudy Gobert with the slam. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
To Jaren Jackson. Valanciunas to Jaren Jackson. Has a chance. That's no good. Rudy Gobert pins it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Trying to cash in. Mitchell's shot comes up empty. The follow won't go either. Right with it. The lead is 2. Doesn't get the bounce. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Conley into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. To Gobert. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Right with it. Leads 4. To Jaren Jackson. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. And scores. Strong take.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Conley. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Knocks it down off the step back. To Jaren Jackson. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Jaren Jackson. Gets a shot up, off the mark. Conley into the front court, trailing by 4. From the painted area, won't go down.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
He gets it.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
Utah's got it. To Conley. Mitchell shot off the mark. To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. Short jumper won't fall. Rudy Gobert rejects it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Here's a chance from long range. That's how you defend. Mitchell with it up top. Down 6. Has a look. Now a step back.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Clarkson with the basketball. Down 4. Has a chance. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Utah ball. Probing the defense. And count the basket.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
To Jaren Jackson. Anderson. Beyond the arc for 3. Gobert with the rebound. Mitchell with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Off the assist.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
To right. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Here comes the screen. Clarkson. Count the basket at the rim.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Valanciunas. Defense making the ball carrier work. Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there. Clarkson with the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Oh, errant pass as it's taken away. Right with it. His guys can get a 2-for-1 if they time this out. And the slam.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Valanciunas. Jazz pick it up. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Curling inside, and he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Chandler Parsons at the line for 2 shots. A career 70% free throw shooter. First try at the line, no good. Missed the second as well. 19-footer at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Jazz out in front. It's Utah basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, and you have to figure they like this spot they're in, entering the quarter with the lead on the road.
Yeah, but Ed, I disagree. As a player, I'm not really worried about how big the lead is right now. I'm worried about what kind of energy we're going to enter the fourth quarter with, more important.
And the basket good at the rim.
You know, he may not show up in your feed all the time with the crazy highlights, but he's one of the most underrated creative shot makers we have in this game.
To Dylan Brooks. Here comes the screen. Dylan Brooks. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Nothing going here on that drive. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Slams it down. And boy, that was a lot to navigate.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
To Clarkson. Here comes the screen. Clarkson. The Jazz with 4 on the shot clock, trying to cash in. Clarkson's shot, no good. To Kyle Anderson. Shot won't go.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Clarkson. Down low for Udo. Wide open look, won't go.
I'm the player that just missed that shot. Just because you're open doesn't mean you need to shoot. You can put the ball down on the ground and drive to the rim.
Anderson. Knocked loose. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Jay Crowder. So it's going to stay with Memphis. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Josh Jackson. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. It's Jazz ball. Clarkson to Allen. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a look. And that's rebounded by the Grizzlies. Right with it. His group now down 2. To Jackson. Nothing going here on that drive. To the basket goes Jackson, but his shot won't fall. Grayson Allen to Clarkson. Here comes the screen. Clarkson has a chance. Cephalosha's shot, no good. Short jumper and a putback slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungry.
Clarkson with the basketball. All even here in the 4th. To Allen. Nothing going here on that drive. And count the basket inside.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Right. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Grayson Allen. Fires the 3. He was crowded. Grayson Allen off the mark. To Jackson. And the finish. Slam dunk.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Clarkson with the basketball. Our score all even here in the 4th quarter. Cephalosha guarded by Josh Jackson. Stuffs it down with authority. Whistle and a timeout for Memphis as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game.
I think everyone in this building knows it's going to come down to the last 2 minutes. This game is going to be won with who decides to really show up on the defensive end of the ball.
New blood coming in for both sides. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Jazz have the ball. Conley to Joe Ingles. Nothing going here on that drive. To Conley. Here comes the screen. Conley shot off the mark. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Jackson. To Wright. From long range. Won't go for DeLon Wright. Give credit to the D. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Lead is 2. Nothing going here on that drive. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Utah with the possession. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Jay Crowder trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Missed it at the line. To Valanciunas. Knocked loose. Valanciunas. Shot clock winding down. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
Oh, my goodness. Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
Shot from in close. No good. To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. Rudy Gobert. Blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Deep right corner. Jaren Jackson. The shot clock expires. And the Grizzlies have the rebound. From the painted area, won't go down.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Conley into the front court. 2-point advantage. To Gobert. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
The true measure of Rudy Gobert comes on the defensive end. He was all-NBA defensive first team and was tied for the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 43%. You ain't getting by that.
Rudy Gobert with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Conley. They get it down to Gobert. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Jackson. And the rebound taken in by Utah. Utah's got it. To Joe Ingles. Nice finish at the rim.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
To Kyle Anderson. Josh Jackson. To Valanciunas. Anderson. 4-3. No good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Conley. To Gobert. 5 to shoot for Utah. Has a look. Shot for Gobert won't fall. To Wright. Here comes the screen. To Wright. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
To Conley. Not that time. To Valanciunas. Knocked loose. Jazz have it. Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
And here's the foul. Right now it's a 2-possession game, so if he hits 1 or 2 of these, it could be all she wrote.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Now the Grizzlies will use a timeout. It's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more chance to stop the clock before the buzzer sounds.
pick right there.
Has a chance. Rebounds pulled in by Gobert. It's the Jazz who come away with the victory. They've taken the upper hand in this best-of-7 series, a 2-games-to-none lead. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Jazz finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. The statistic that seemed to stand out in 3D is their assists. So many of their points were made possible by their team chemistry, and it was great to see. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored. For the Utah Jazz, the Grizzlies,
Just couldn't close this one out.
and while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Gobert,
Was happy to throw down plenty of dunks. And if the defense happened to be there, he brought them along for the ride.
Who was cold?
what can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.